You doing? Oh, so good to see you today. I can't even remember what day it is. Thursday, right? So it's been one of those weeks. Um, I really want to get on today and talk about selling on social because it's come up a few times over in questions from clients, but also in webinars where I'm talking about how to get yourself out there and how to reach out to people and how to energize your network and just like book some calls, okay? And one of the questions I got yesterday, or one of the comments that I got was, um, you know, how many touches does it take? So, how many touches does it take to talk to your before you actually ask for the sale? Sorry, I was just checking something there. I looked frozen, but I'm not frozen. I'm actually moving and working, which is good. So, what was I saying? I was saying that people have been asking me, how many touches does it take? Okay. And I'm going to say something that I'm not going to say that you're not going to like, but some people, I think, like to have the answers, And unfortunately, that has some unfortunate outcomes. Okay. So when we try to standardize and we try to kind of make things a lot more like robotic and give people the answers, what happens is that two things. First of all, it takes the human connection out of it. Second of all, it creates an expectation. And then for some people, they then kind of don't, if it doesn't happen for them, if they get a negative feedback or experience, then they're burnt by it and they're like, oh, that just didn't work for me. That's not true. And I speak from experience in this. I speak from a lot of experience in this because I've worked in media for and marketing for over 20 years, nigh on 25 years. And honestly, I mean, part of my job many moons ago, shout out to the Kiwis watching, oh, they're probably all in bed, but watching the playback, is that I used to, part of my role, I worked on Colgate, and part of my role was translating, if you could believe, a media digest that was written by their media guru. So their internal media guru used to write these digests, like these like media explained, that was so hard to understand that I from the agency used to go down to Colgate in Petone in Wellington, shout out to anybody who's still there, and do a session trying to translate these. And in a way, that's the unfortunate side of marketing. When media and marketing gets big, people try to put like manners on it, try to say, well, we need to see something 3 times or 4 times or 5 times. If the message is complicated and hard to understand and there's a lot of text or terms and conditions, then people might need to understand and hear that message 6 times. What a crock of shit, then it means that like you have like people advertising and poor old planners going, oh, but like this ad is really good and it's really funny, but God, when you've got the joke, you've got it. Like it's going to wear out really quickly. So really, it needs less people. Hey. So It's the same with social selling. It's the same with social selling. It's the same principles, is that we have to humanize it. We can't put the data robotics on top of it and go, well, you need a six touch approach. Because then what happens is Betty from Leash goes, well, okay, so I need to say six things before I offer something. No, no, not true. What you need to do when you are on social media is you need to act like a human. Just act like a human being, okay? So, we're on social media. Okay. Let's say I have something that's super useful for you. All right? I know it's really useful for you. I might just send it to you, you know? Now, here's some advice. I'm not going to try to put you in a box as I send it to you, because that'll switch you right off. So I got approached by an agency of virtual assistants, and like, great. She sent me a very direct message going like, and I had never met her before, just telling me what I needed to know. She didn't try to put me in a box. She just kept it specifically unspecific. That's another thing I talk a lot about on here, isn't it? So she gave me a specific scenario, which, in fairness, I do fit into. So she was bang on. But so she said, oh, listen, if you are in business and if you are really busy and you can't get to everything, here is a service that might help you. Okay. Yeah, good job. That's me. Perfect. Okay. And then I know enough and I can go off and do a little bit of information. Then she waits to see, do I take the bait? I did. I went, oh, that actually looks good. And I watched the videos and there was like some compelling and interesting social proof there. So I was like, okay, cool. That was like one touch. It could have been potentially maybe 2 or 3 touches to a sale there, because it probably went back and we interacted and fine. So in actual fact, she sent me the sales link, boom, straight away. Was she wrong? No, she was dead right to do that. Like, she acted like a human there, okay? Now, if you come to me and go, like, a personal coach approached me, slipped into the DMs, and he said something like, are you a busy professional? And he tried to be too specific, because like, I am professional, but I'm not a busy professional. What makes me busy actually is my daughter and her appointments. And there's a different way to be specifically unspecific. So he could have said, are you just deprioritizing your self-care because you're out the door? Boom. Yes, I am. That's specifically unspecific enough. If he had said that, I would have been like, oh my God, you've got me in one there. Whereas his message was just too specific and irrelevant. So in fairness, I did go back and gently say that to him and said, listen, like, yes, I'm busy, but no, I'm not a busy professional. And that's too much of a box. So get rid of that and you'll probably get more people. Right? So think about it. Think about when you're in line for a coffee, okay? Maybe like, it's like, maybe you just start chatting to somebody and you go, God, it's hot today, isn't it? God, I always have a cappuccino, but I think I'm going to actually order one of these iced yolks. And the person beside you goes, oh yeah, actually, I've had one of those. That's what I'm going to have. You just chat, right? Then maybe you get chatting and, oh God, oh, do you work around here? Oh yeah, no, actually, I'm a blah, blah, blah. Like, boom. Okay. So there's a situation where you could bring that to online. You are following somebody, you have prospective clients that you're following, interact with them. If somebody likes your posts, go over to DMs and go, hey, thanks a million for liking my post. I really appreciate it. And if you wanted to be ever so slightly salesy there, you could go, would you mind helping me out? I'm trying to figure out what to post more of. What interests you? Small question, easy answer, get them to put their hand up a little bit. Some people will be like, I'm not going to answer you. Some people will be like, don't come into my DMs. Just like some people in the coffee queue will go, weirdo, it's hot, stop talking to me. But some people were like, here's my life story, blah, 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 blah. And there you go. Don't stop yourself from getting into social selling because you're like, well, I don't know how to, or I don't have a lead magnet ready, or oh, that's icky. Yeah, it's only icky if you make it icky. If you act like a human, then it's just you. It's just you trying to help people and to help yourself and help your family and grow your income and grow your revenue. We're all in the world to, create, be happy, be productive, enjoy life, be successful in different aspects of our lives. That's why, that's what kind of gets us out of bed in the morning. So social selling shouldn't be ick. Okay, it shouldn't be. It doesn't have to be. It's how you look at it. It's how you pursue it. If you go into it like any conversation with, this is all about me and I'm pushing my agenda, then I would suggest that's not going to go very well for you. Sometimes it'll work. Rarely, I'd say. If you go into it with a genuine, like, hey, how's it going? This could help you. If you do have a couple of lead magnets, great. If you do have former clients that you want to reach out to and go, hey, how are you going on? How are your fitness goals going? Or how are your finance goals going? Or how did going back to work suit you? Or, how's your job hunt going? Or, whatever. Then just ask them. If I bumped into somebody and I knew them or they were a former client, I'd ask, hey, how are things going? Since we work together, have you many clients? Are you where you thought you'd be? I'd be genuinely interested to know that. And it would be great for them to sign on for another session, but it's not necessary, so why not approach it like that? Change how you look at it, and then it won't be ick. It won't. So just try it. Go and every so often, go and interact with people on social. Join conversations that interest you. Something that makes you laugh, tell them they make you laugh. Someone who looks great, or someone who comments about something that interests you that's relevant to what you do, comment, message them, go, God, I loved your post today. That was honestly hilarious. Or I never thought about it like that. Or, hey, have you also heard of that person? Because that's how conversations start. That's how they start in the real world. We talk to each other, we're social apes, we kind of go, hey, did you hear about that? Or, oh my God, that's hilarious. Or I saw you posted about just not prioritizing yourself. I've got something really easy you could do. Why don't you download it? Here you go. Open a conversation, have the chats, and then go back to it. Maybe next week, maybe in a month, Yeah. And if you send something to somebody and they don't see it, maybe they just haven't seen it. Maybe it's sitting in their message request box. And so reach out to them again in a different way. There's nothing wrong with that. Just as long as like you don't like. Here's the wrong way. Sending you something that puts you in a box. Boop. Don't hear from you like for like half an hour. Go over and try to friend you. Then this has happened to me. Then friend you. No, then go to your website, do a Google search, find you, email you. Have you seen my message? Like, whoa, Nelly, that is too much. That is too much. That has got desperation written all over it. Right? And that actually, somebody did that to me, and I went, I'm so glad you did this, because it means to me that you are too intense for me. You're too intense. Like, block. So don't be that person. That is the ick, right? That is the too much. Unless you're looking for people who that's what they want, in which case, go for it. Do exactly that. Just be yourself, I suppose, is my main message. And don't dismiss social selling because some people do it badly. Some people aren't great conversationalists, but we still talk to each other. Some people do terrible reels, but some people do great ones. So why shouldn't yours be great? Why shouldn't your social selling be great? Just go over and say hi. You have nothing to lose. You just might be ignored. Who cares? It's the worst thing that could happen, Right, that's it. Just go, say hi, interact with reason, but not with motive, if you know what I mean. Say, hey, thanks for liking my post. Go like some of theirs, but the ones that you actually like, not like the ones that you just mean nothing to you. And start a conversation. And I suppose, like, my true advice would be that like yoga, like anything that really works, forget the outcome. Just let the outcome go. Like yoga, you do the poses to clear your mind. You don't do them with any other reason. You work hard to feel it, but you don't expect an outcome. So reach out without an outcome. You might think, God, I really hope that lots of people come to my webinar. I really hope I have 100 clients on my group program. And I'm setting those pathways to abundance in action. But saying hello, try not to associate that with that. Say hello maybe to 10 people who you wish to really work with and get to know them really well, sure. But don't be like a big, advertiser that tries to put structure on messaging and tries to put too much structure on creativity. No, it sucks the life out of it. Be yourself. See it as human connection. See it as a conversation. Be you, be the business person that you are, be open about that, but try not to see them with dollar signs on them, make it a genuine thing, and still put offers out there. See how you can connect them with other people, see how you can connect them with you, and just act in the real world on social media. Alrighty. Peace out. I will see you next week for another episode of This Is What I Think About Marketing. Bye. Okay, so thanks so much for watching again. And let me know in the comments If you are like, yeah, I'm gonna try out some social messages today. And if you need help with your LinkedIn title and your LinkedIn profile, click on the link in my post, because I've got a great live course coming up at the end of July where you'll learn how to really up level your LinkedIn profile. Okay, so come on in, check it out, and hopefully I will see you in my Facebook group, and I will then get to actually help you with your title at the end of the month. Okay, bye.